Hi guys, it is Devika and welcome back to my channel, and if you're watching me for the first time, welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I thought of doing something that will be very beneficial especially for the new students who are about to come in. Since I know that a major chunk of my viewership is from international students who are about to come in to Canada or to London and to Fanshawe, I thought it would be very helpful with the winter intake close by if I show you some suggestions, some things that you can pack along with you to make the winter a little less harmful, because winter is not as fun. It's not bad. With the right things, you'll be good. So I thought of making this into a series where I show you a couple of essentials that you can either carry with you, or just a couple of things to keep in mind when you're coming here and purchasing your first winter items, because most of the winter items are expensive, but they are kind of a lifetime expense. When I think of winter, the first and foremost thing, most important thing, has to be the winter jacket. Now there can be a lot of speculations about winter jacket, and fun story, I came on the day of the winter storm. So I came on the 23rd of last year, and in my mind I thought it was a good idea to come here and purchase a winter jacket, which is true. It is always good to purchase your winter jacket from here than to spend all that money back in India, because it would only make sense to purchase it from here when the weather is like this here. Anywho, I thought of that, but when I came on the day of the storm, I did not have any kind of a jacket with me. In fact, I'll show you in a bit of what jacket. It was nothing but like a cloth material jacket. On a heavy snowfall, it was not good at all, and I don't want any of you to fall into that trouble. Now, I told you about the jacket that I wore to Canada for the winter. Now, when I thought of winter, I did not anticipate how cold it was gonna be. Snowfall and everything looks so beautiful on camera. It is painful, especially the wind. Wind along with snowfall is like a horrible combination. So this is a jacket that I wore when I came into Canada on a stormy day. Now, it is not a bad jacket. It keeps you warm, but when it comes to winter, you want to make sure that your jackets are waterproof, because snow, like duh. So this wasn't really helpful, and with the weather that day being, I think it was feels like of negative 23 degrees or something. This was definitely not enough, but this has been a really good friend of mine, because after I got my proper winter jacket, I used to use this to layer a lot of days, and it just kept me warm throughout. So yeah, with that being said, my first point is layering. Layering is very important in Canada, because you know, you're in your home all warm and comfy, and when you go out, it is gonna be freezing cold, and then when you get onto the bus, you're gonna be warm again. You're going to college, it's gonna be warm again. So if you're just gonna wear a huge hoodie, it is quite likely that when you get inside from the cold weather, you're gonna feel hot, and there's nothing to do about it. So always layer in small material. So what I usually do is I usually wear a crop top inside, maybe something full sleeve like this, and if winter is, maybe a jacket like this and my winter jacket, and I'm sorted for good. But something else I would suggest is investing in thermals. Please do invest in good thermals. I know Decathlon carries a lot of good thermals, and if you're coming in and buying from here also, that's a good idea, great idea. But always make sure to carry your thermals with you. So yeah, now getting into my winter jacket. Now I have like a huge pile of jackets in front of me. This is not gonna be fun to clean up, but that's a dedication. That is my winter jacket. I haven't seen this buddy in a long time now, but we just got our snowfall like a few days back, our first snowfall for the season. And even though it's only fall, our temperatures has been dropping down to a -6, -7, and also I would say winter is here. So this is my winter jacket. As I mentioned earlier, I came in after I bought this after coming into Canada, and this is by a company called Canada Wear Gear. I purchased it from the White Ox Mall, and it was one of the most affordable options there. Now, if you ask me if this is a best jacket, definitely my answer is gonna be no. This is not the best jacket. There are multiple other jackets in the market which matches more towards the cold weather, towards the snow, built in to do specific functions, and which is lightweight. This, as you can see, it is quite bulky, it is quite heavy, and I use this jacket throughout the winter and spring. So in the beginning of spring, when you get rainfall, I did not really have another jacket on me, so this is what I used then as well, which is fine. It is quite nice and comfy. And now I'll tell you about some things to keep in mind when you're purchasing your first winter jacket. Always make sure that the outside is waterproof. This is a must thing to do, because there'll be rain, there'll be snow, and if you get your jacket wet, you can be cold in no time, and no one wants to go through that, trust me. So yeah, first is making sure that your jacket is nice and waterproof. The second one is making sure there's a hood on the jacket. Now, there is another layer of like fur outside, which I have personally removed it, as I mentioned, to wear it for the spring also. But this is what it should look like. It's just a layer of fur which will protect you from the snow when it is blowing from the side, from it to hit your face. It is very nice. And most of the jackets that I've seen, it has kind of like a detachable portion, a zip, where you can detach it right off in case you wanted to have a kind of a lighter feeling. Those are the two important things. But I would also suggest looking for a jacket which has like a button up right here. And what this is gonna do is it is gonna make sure that your hood doesn't fly away, because the winds can get pretty windy. It is just gonna fly off, and you don't want to, get your hands cold when you're always trying to pull your hood back up. So this is a very good thing that it has just some clasp right here. Now, if you notice something here, it has a zip and it has some clasp so that no wind can pass through it. Now, I've seen a couple other jackets, I think it is by Aritzia, where they have kind of a magnet which kind of encloses it. But I would think when you're coming in as an international student, when you're looking for a good option without kind of losing your pocket, I think investing in something like this is always going to be a good idea. It's always going to be good. Some brands that I've heard does good is Mountain Warehouse, Columbia, Canada Wear Gear, Aritzia. These all are good brands. And right when the January intake starts is the Boxing Day sale, so you can obviously invest or purchase your winter gear during that time. Or if you have some friends or family already in Canada, before you come in, you can always ask them to buy you a jacket or some winter boots during the Black Friday sale as well. I think these both are the best time to purchase, to make these heavy purchases. Another thing which I would suggest you to do is buy a longer jacket. Now, I'll post some pictures right here of me actually wearing this jacket. It goes just below my knees, and this is amazing because your legs do feel cold as well. Trust me, it does. So yeah, this is very beneficial. And also make sure your pockets are fleece lined. This is not fleece lined, but if your pockets are fleece lined, it'll just keep you a tad bit more warmer. So that is like the most important things about the winter jacket. Make sure you invest in a good one. It is worth it to spend all that money in, because let's be honest, it is cold the majority of the time in Canada, so might as well invest in a good jacket which is going to be keeping you warm rather than being cold. And that is about the proper winter jacket. I'll just show you a couple of other jackets that is good to have as well. And before I keep this in, one thing I would suggest is to size up. Now, you don't want to size up to a point where it is so loose for you that wind can blow right through it. Just size up one size, maybe if you're a medium, size up to a large, because as I've mentioned earlier, if you want to layer, it will be quite bulky and you want the jacket to close properly. If not, it'll be a problem. So always size up a little bit so you can layer comfortably underneath. Now, with that out of the way, many of you know that I have my part-time at Value Village. So although I've mentioned all these bigger brands where you could actually spend your money on to buy or invest in a good jacket, if you are in a sprint, if you have a low budget in mind, make sure to take a look at the thrift stores. Don't completely block them away. I know for a fact that Value Village sells really good winter jackets at the moment. Also Goodwill, Mission Thrift. Just make sure make sure to keep your options open, because especially coming in as a student in the economy which we are having right now, it might be a little bit difficult for you to either spend all that money which you're bringing from back home or spend the GIC on jackets alone. So if you're finding it difficult, make sure to give thrift stores a try. Now, over the time, since I work at a thrift store, I've accumulated a couple of jackets which I also thought might be worth it showing you. This is not for like the proper winter snowy days, but these are more of the light jackets which you can use during, I would say, the time right now, which is November, late October to November, or during April, May, around that time. This is a proper light jacket that I have. Now, this I got from Fanshawe, and it's just a really nice one if it is raining outside or if it is like lightly snowing outside. It just protects you. It has a hood as well. It does not have any fleece lining, so it's not gonna be that comfortable as the other winter jacket, but this does the job done. Jacket that I have been using most of the days right now, which is fall, but as I've mentioned, we have had a couple of snowfall incidents here and there, is this jacket. Now, I love this. This is a jacket. I love this jacket. Again, I will insert pictures of me wearing the jacket because I'm too lazy to get up and show you how it looks. But this jacket has a nice little fur lining on the inside, so it keeps you extra warm. But also, as a person who gets cold really fast in the hands, it has like a nice fleece lining inside the pocket as well. Has a nice fleece lining inside the pocket as well, which will keep me extra warm and comfy. So yeah, that is a jacket that I've been wearing for the winter time. It again has like the, not winter time, did I say winter time? For the fall time. It again has a nice little zipper and the clasp so that it is nice and warm, and it looks very classy and chic, and I love it. That has been my obsession, has been the jacket that I've worn all fall. That is it, I think, for the winter wears. Just always keep in mind that it should be waterproof. Just size up a little bit. Make sure it is something that can actually get you from the cold. And if you're actually buying a jacket from India, don't spend a lot of bucks on it. Like as I've showed you, buy something like this, like a light jacket, which can get you through the 1-2 days which you're here, until you get to your place comfortably and until you can actually go and buy a proper winter jacket, something that'll just keep you warm for the timing. And definitely I would suggest coming here and buying your winter jackets. Although I do have some of my friends who has bought jackets from Decathlon when they came in, and they have used it all throughout the last winter as well. It is really up to you when you're wearing your thermal, and if you're layering properly, winter jacket is just like that cherry on top, which just sucks it all in and just gives you a waterproof layer. So it is really up to you, but I would definitely suggest you to come here and buy it. And also, if you're on a budget, make sure to take a look at the thrift stores as well, because they do have good options. I know that this concept of thrifting is not as common back home, although it is just it's just getting started back home, which is why I'm like re-emphasizing his thrift stores, and sustainable fashion is a huge thing here, and it is worth it to just take a look at it. Good for the environment, it is good for your pockets, and everyone is happy. So yeah, that is it for this video, I guess. In the couple videos, depending on how this video does, I'm planning to do on some videos on winter boots, maybe some skincare, makeup things, because my skincare or my skin is something that I had a lot of issues on while coming here. I just did not know what was going on at the moment. I did not have the right products for winter, so I'm hoping to do those videos soon in the future, so that you guys might find it very helpful when you're coming here as new students for the winter intake. And that is it for this video, guys. I'll see you next time, and if you like the video, make sure to give this a like, a thumbs up, no subscribe, and give this video a thumbs up for more videos like this. And as I mentioned earlier, if you have any video suggestions, make sure please to comment it down below, and I'll try my best to reply to all those comments and do those videos. And that is it, guys. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.